the tariffs that
Good morning.
hurting farmers across the country.
Listening
So
to the
answer
bullshit
to
on
that
NPR,
is not doubling
talking about subsidies,
policy for another 5 years. It's enacting
talking about
better policy
the
and
madness of the world we live in.
more access to markets.
I'm going to talk about music, but I'm going to say one thing. Are you one of the people who's still under the illusion that politicians are actually doing anything? All they're doing is talking. They're not doing anything. They're getting paid. They're talking. They're not solving anything. They don't represent you or me. They're getting paid. This is obvious unless you like being fooled or somehow you're benefiting from the game, the corrupt, imbalanced greed game. Okay, I'm glad that a lot of you watched my last little bitty video. That was a video taken over at Hugo's townhouse apartment where he hosted an art gallery for the last 5-6 years in his home. Here in redneck-ass Nebraska, marijuana is still illegal, and Hugo was selling on the side, trying to, keep the gallery open, and he got busted. And so we did a fire sale to raise some money for a lawyer, and that was his little boy. And Hugo is a good person. If you can't see that by the demeanor of his son in the video, Hugo and Benito's mom are doing a pretty good job of raising that boy. It's a sin for a stupid law that my friend is looking at being away from his son for up to a year. He didn't hurt anyone. That law sucks. Okay, I'll talk about some music in a second, but like I said, this is my channel. I will say what I want. You're here because you like to hear me talk, right? I don't know. Don't come here asking me, thinking I'm going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what's on my mind. I forget who it is, but someone recently asked if I would talk about show my Italian Prague again. A lot of times when I get these requests, they just don't resonate with me, But this time I thought, okay, I haven't talked for a while, and my perspective is a little bit different right now, Historically, progressive rock music, as the genre is called, has been very interesting to me for a number of reasons. One of the big ones is because it was just not the same shit that you're hearing all the time, and that at times the music could be challenging. My perspective on a lot of that music now is different now that I'm older. So when I pulled these to refresh myself, I found myself realizing, yes, some of this music is good, and some of these vocals I can't get past. Okay, but this person, I don't know who it is. I can't remember your name, but they mentioned some bands. If I would mention some bands, Semiramis, Dedicato a Fraz. I can't describe all these because I haven't listened to all these as a refresher. I don't know all these albums like I know Genesis and Miles Davis, but I have them. These are records that in my life that I wished that I could own, especially when I was younger and collecting Prague. I couldn't afford everything. So consequently, what I've done with my obsessive self over the years is when you could find the blog spots where people were putting rips of rare records online for you to download, I got a bunch of this stuff and made my own CDR copies of them. And here's one of them, Semiramis. My memory of this is that it's keyboard oriented, but it's on the rough side. Like these guys are not real hugely trained. Here's one I am familiar with because I also have it on vinyl. Daedalus. I highly recommend this. This is on the progressive jazz fusion side. Instrumental, really, really good. Really good. I used to have an original Maxophone and sold it like an idiot. Recently got another copy of it, but an American one, but I have it also on CD, Maxophone. This is on the jazz rock side of Italian rock. You're interested in progressive jazz, progressive rock from Italy, get this one, Arena, Marsupilami. Any of you folks that know about Italian rock besides me, or know more than I do, know that this is one to get. Here's one that I have on vinyl, on green vinyl, but I'm just showing these. Keep make it easy. Merple. Keyboard oriented. This one is, in my opinion, a mixed bag. It's not completely good. I think it's like they're trying to find what they want to do. I'm glad I have it in the collection, but this one I just think is, I think the cover is better than the record. Here, on the other hand, is one that is incredible. Metamorphosis with Inferno. Get this one. This is what you're looking for. You're looking for Italian prog with guns blazing. Get it. Here's another one that he mentioned that, boy, I wish I had a copy of this on vinyl. I just love this cover. Che la vecchia locanda. Just as I say this, I think about Rob Paniques up in Boston, Mr. Italy. Are you still with me, Rob? I know my Italian pronunciation is a bit rough these days, probably. Happy holidays, everyone, to you. Also, just while I think about it, Trish Mullins, are you watching? I've decided, since I don't want to do a contest, I want to give something back. I do give when I can, but Trish, I want to give some records to you. You've given me some stuff. And I told you I had some extra things that people had given me, like the Ellis Clark, the Gary Schwartz single, the Ellis Clark CD. I have an extra of my Scudder CD, which none of you guys bought, but this is good. I'm on it. This is rock and roll. No one's bought this from me. We've sold them in Omaha. But I'd like to send these to you. Trish Mullins, you've been so kind to me and sent me a lot of music over the years. You're a sweetheart. Send me a message on Facebook with your address if you get this, or if someone knows Trish, tell her to send me her address so I can send her the Christmas package. Latte et miel. Is this milk and coffee, I think? Papillon. The kid in the middle was a kid when they made the album. I think it was 16 years old on drums when they made this. This is real good. Very much like Emerson, Lake and Palmer. I have this on vinyl as well. This was mentioned, Locanda del Pate. Now here's one where I love the music. The vocals really get in the way. It's one of those fantastic covers. That's partially why I want the records, is for the artwork. This is fantastic musically, but the lyrics, the words get in the way for me. More on the jazz side, but highly recommended. Andrea Centazzo, Ictus. This is just a small sampling of what I have. I have a lot of Italian prog in my collection on various forms of CD and cassette, and some vinyl. I need to listen to this. I forget what this is like. I Califi. But in reading about progressive rock and Italian progressive rock, which I rate as highly as English or anywhere else in the world, they all have their idiosyncrasies. I love progressive rock. I wanted to hear all this, you know. Capsicum Red. Appunti per una idea fissa. This one is really good. Can't remember how to describe it. I just know that whenever I play this one hits the sweet spot. Capsicum Red. Another one that's on the rough side but really cool. Cervello with Melos. If you see, in my opinion, I said I tried to stop using those certain words. If you see any of these records, reissued or otherwise, and you can afford them, buy them. Buy them. I have a reissue of this on vinyl. This is excellent. Corte dei Miracoli. It's been sampled by hip-hop artists. Aquafragile. I have one of their other albums on vinyl. Bernardo Lanzetti, who ended up with PFM, started out in this band. Aqua Fragile. Here's another one that's just dope. Alusa Falax. Intorno alla mia cattiva educazione. Educazione. Alusa Falax. Can't go wrong. And here's a band. I've got two of these. I have two of these three on vinyl originals. Arti and Mestieri. Furio Chirico on drums. Very eclectic, busy style on the drums. Real jazzy, real good. The one in the middle, Giro di Valzer per Domani, is my favorite of these. Andrea, I believe, from Italy, sent this to me. I have this on vinyl. He sent me a yellow vinyl copy, Alpha Taurus. Thank you, Andrea. Love that album. Just played it recently. Another keyboard dominated. I hadn't listened to this in a long time. This is kind of a wild, crazy album. It would help if I spoke Italian, because the story and something wild is going on here that they're talking about, but I don't exactly know what. But this is Jumbo. Vietato ai minori di anni, 18 anni, not for over 18, I believe is what that says. Musically, it's wild. It's really good. Flamboyant is another word that I use for Italian rock. This is way cool. Actuala. And their music is as much world music, and folk as it is Prague. Actuala. Wonderful. Yeah, this one is really highly regarded. Originals of this are very expensive and hard to find. I've never seen an original copy. Museo Rosenbach, Zarathustra. Once again, the Italian lyrics probably fit in importantly to the story, so when they come up, they kind of annoy me. But musically, this is really powerful. Museo Rosenbach, Zarathustra. Forgot I have another Arti and Mestieri, Aquario. This is one I need to listen to more. It's a live album. But, because I'm slightly obsessive and I'm a bit of a nerd, yeah, this is what I have done with a lot of my time over the years. Besides making music, writing music, playing in bands, collecting records, I'll sit up here and spend lots of time finding music online, downloading it, making CDs. It's fun. Keeps me out of trouble, too. Apoteosi. You gotta hear this. Here's another band there's an aspect that's kind of rough, but it's like you want to hear this. Biglietto per l'Inferno. Both of these. Dynamite. A couple more. Blocco Mental. Yeah, this is excellent. I don't know why they only made one record. Of course, I'm leaving out the main ones you hear about all the time. Well, here's one. Banco del Mucho Soccorso. I've got vinyl. You know about Banco. But what about Buon Vecchio Charlie? Woo! Pick up on this. Last one I'll show you, because I could go on. Dentro l'invisibile Gen Fuoco. You know anything about this? You want to know about Italian Prague? Find this. Also, I'm sending out some more. I just got an order from Germany for t-shirts. Obviously, the t-shirts aren't going to make it there by Christmas, but folks, I could use your support. I'm just going to be honest like that. If you buy my merchandise like anyone else, I can stay in business. I'm going to leave it there. I could talk a lot today, but I'm going to leave it there.